Right, I'm delighted to be joined by NFL legend Adam Pacman Jones. Now, I know you'll have had an amazing time over Christmas because I saw you on your show dressed up as Santa Claus, putting people on the naughty or nice list. So tell me, who was top of the naughty list? Who was top of the nice list?
Oh, it was a lot of nineties on this list right here. Starting with some of these coaches that need a burner phone, which was pretty funny. And what I did was Abdul Carter was on the naughty list because of his production this year. Shamar Stewart was on the naughty list because of his production this year. It was some good production though. I will say that. Shador Sanders was on the not naughty list. He should get everything he want for Christmas. And so that's how I came up with that. But I thought it was a fun way to create a conversation with the fans and let them tune in.
100%. It was definitely very interesting to watch. Now, you've been doing the show for a while. Obviously, you've had loads of great guests on there. Tell me, who's been the best storytellers you've had on there? Who've been some of the best guests?
Um, I would say Trick Daddy was a good guess. I would say Marshawn Lynch was a great guess. Um, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura was really great guess. I don't know. I want to say who's the best, but like all those guys was very interesting when I had a chance to interview them.
We've had a great time over Christmas, putting people on the naughty or nice list, but there's also been a couple of big wins for the Cincinnati Bengals. So tell me a little bit about what you thought of those games.
Good day, late, dollar short. We got to start off healthy. We didn't start off healthy. We need some veterans on the defensive line. We need some veterans at linebacker. We need some veterans at safety. I think that's the big thing that Joe Burrow was asking the Browns to do for the offseason that's coming up. But when you're scoring 28 points a game, you expect to win the game.
We've obviously talked all about your podcast, but we know you have plenty of fantastic stories of your own. Can you tell me the tale about Terrelle Pryor and that famous garbage line?
Garbage. He was talking a lot of trash that week before the game and was saying like how good he was. We weren't gonna play him man to man. We played him man to man the whole game. Besides when we got up, I think he had one catch for 8 yards during the whole game. But it's just shit talking, man. I don't have no problem with Terrelle Pryor. That was just me in the moment. And I love to compete. Like even with my kids, if we competing and doing certain stuff, garbage, you know what I'm saying? But that's a part of the game, and I think it brings an element that the fans like and can enjoy also.
100%. Your style was always great to watch, and you had other rivalries with players like Eric Decker, who I know you once chased to the bus. So can you tell me that story?
Yeah, that was a funny story. Just playing dirty, and got outside of the lines. And like, I'm a stand-up guy, and I demand certain stuff when it comes to respect. He kept hitting me low, um, and the play was always on the other side of the field. And I didn't want to hurt the team, so I'm like, bro, after the game, bro, I'm gonna see what you talking about.
You obviously have loads of friends through your career in the NFL. Von Miller, a good friend of yours. Have you got any stories from your experiences and times with him?
Von was one of the best I ever played with, man. Fast, smart, loved the game, took care of his body. Was a great teammate too. Like when I was in Denver, we would go to Von house, watch film, have boys time. I mean, men time, and but as a person, like I can't say enough how good Von treated his teammates, how good of a teammate he was.
And you also played with the great Steve McNair, who I know from your perspective was the greatest quarterback you played with. What made him so special?
Steve could do everything. He could throw, he could run, and I even played with him later in his career. But like he was so smart, man. With breaking down defense, seeing little things. Um, he was a lion, bro. He played through a lot of pain, played hard, and he played the game the right way. So I got nothing but the utmost respect for Steve. And like I've always told everybody, he was the best quarterback I played with by far.
Most definitely, he was a really special player, and obviously he wasn't the only friend you made throughout your time in the NFL. You must have made so many incredible memories. Tell me, what is the craziest tale from your career?
It's a couple of them, bro. But when we played Pittsburgh here, and we should have won that game, they cheated us. Actually, it's been looked in by the FBI right now. But when Vontaze hit Antonio Brown, that was one of the best collisions that I've ever seen. We've also we had some good collisions though, like me playing against the Raiders, against Amari Cooper when he was a rookie. I shut him down the whole game. He got a little frustrated, and I had to yank his helmet off his fucking head. But besides that, you know, I enjoy playing hard-nosed football.
You're great at football. You also have a lot of wrestling experience. I know that you beat Kurt Angle and Sting for the tag team titles. What was it like pinning a guy like Sting to win the tag team titles? Because he's a legend.
Oh man, I grew up watching Sting, Steiner Brothers, all those guys, Kurt Angle. It was just I was in a like a what is it called? Like a wow for like the first two wrestling matches while I was there. But I got a lot of respect for wrestling, bro. Like you got to be in shape. It hurts. It's not just pretend like everybody think it is. When you get hit with that chair, you're really getting hit. But that was one of the best experiences of my life. Besides probably getting drafted and having my kids and stuff. And shout out to TNA because Dixie gave me a shot to do that. And I'll never forget that.
You touched on getting drafted right then. What was that moment like for you?
It's almost like having a baby. It changed my life. I tell people that all the time. Football changed my whole entire life as far as my connections, the people I met, the friends I built, and what it did for me as far as discipline in my life. Without that pigskin, I don't know where I would be right now.
It goes without saying that you've done massive things in the NFL, in wrestling. I know that you also adore boxing. So could there be another opportunity to get you back inside that ring?
Actually, I was going to hit bags today and I almost forgot, but I had to do the interview. I don't know. It's got to be the right situation. And mentally, I got to be there because that's a different discipline right there.
Thank you so much for giving me some time. I really appreciate it. But before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to add on the podcast, on the NFL, or anything else?
Oh, yeah. Politely Raw, man. Me and my boy, Drew Butler, we enjoy talking in our way, telling our stories, locker room stories, getting different guests on there, telling their stories. If you can't have some of them, where you at again?
I'm in Manchester.
Manchester. I got to come out there for a soccer game. But, yeah, hopefully when I get out there, we can meet and have an interview in person.
100%. I'll take you to a Manchester United game.
Yes, sir.